I don't see other people enjoying the lake with their bare butt exposed.
Well, that's
I don't see other people completely naked in a blanket just off the park.
to quote Janet Jackson, wardrobe malfunction.
Fresh out of jail in the morning, back behind bars by nightfall. Drunk, naked, and his bare butt exposed in front of families, this man turned a day at the beach into pure misconduct. He doesn't want to get sober. The judge is not impressed and is quickly losing patience, handing him another 48 days behind bars. But the bigger question is, how long can an alcoholic keep cycling through the system before something changes?
All right, Mr. Maybe, have you heard what the attorneys have said the resolution in this case is?
No contest. Yes.
Yes, but no contest as charged. Have you, is that how you wish to resolve it?
Yes.
Will you please raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? You may put your hand down. Mr. Maybe, it's my what's the reason for the no contest plea?
Intoxication.
Is there any
Memory issues.
loss of memory? Mr. Maybe, it's my understanding that you'll be pleading no contest as charged to count number 1 of public intoxication. That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 90 days in jail and a fine of not more than $500. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And that's how you wish to resolve the case?
Yes, Your Honor.
It's also my understanding that the reason for the no contest plea is that you have a lack of memory due to intoxication. So the court would review a document, presumably it's going to be a police report, to determine whether or not there's a factual basis to accept the plea. And the court can use that police report for sentencing purposes as well. The no contest means that you accept responsibility without saying that you're guilty. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right. Mr. Maybe, has anybody promised you anything in order to get you to plea today?
No, Your Honor.
Has anybody threatened you in any way?
No.
And is it your own free choice to plea today?
Yes.
Are counsel aware of any other promises, threats, or inducements not made part of the record?
No, Your Honor.
Then, Mr. Maybe, to the allegation that on or about July 23rd, 2025, in the city of Cadillac, how do you plead to count number 1, public intoxication?
No contest.
I've been provided what is marked as People's Exhibit number 1, a Cadillac City Police Department report, incident number 25-002038. Ms. Carey, do you move for its admission? Ms. O'Meara? Any objection?
No objection.
People's Exhibit number 1 is received. Give me a moment to take a look at that. The counsel believe that People's Exhibit number 1 provides a factual basis in which to accept the plea and the court rules have been complied with.
I do.
Yes, Your Honor.
As does the court. I find the defendant guilty of public intoxication. I also find the interests of justice are well served in allowing the defendant to enter no contest plea, even though there wasn't a PBT administered. That was because he refused to take one. But by all accounts, Mr. Maybe was intoxicated, and the court will take it that he has a lack of memory because of that. In particular, I find that on or about July 23rd, 2025 at 1:50 in the afternoon, law enforcement are called to the area along Chestnut Street that is commonly referred to as Baby Beach, which the court will take notice that that is by the playground area. Law enforcement was called to that area to a male who was walking up to kids. He eventually went into the water of the lake after having removed his shirt. At one point, witnesses describe him falling down in the water, getting up, and his pants having fallen down, and his bare buttocks was exposed. Law enforcement made contact with Mr. Maybe in the wooded area, presumably across the street. And when he is located, he is wrapped in a blanket, naked, with his clothing beside him. He also left some personal items down at the park area. When law enforcement made contact with him, I want to make sure I get this right. They have a difficult time waking him up. They are actually, when they do get him up, he continued to mumble in a manner that cannot be heard. He was ordered to get dressed and get up many times, to get up and get dressed, which he did not do. In his possession, they found a bottle of Crystal Palace Deluxe vodka that was approximately 1/3 full. Accordingly, I do find the defendant guilty of public intoxication. Ms. Carey, are we able to sentence today?
Yeah.
Ms. O'Mara, any allocution?
Yes, Your Honor. I understand the court's history with Mr. Maybe, and respect that perhaps has lost patience with him. But I do think that he obviously has his issues, and other than, the aspect of what happened in the water, I would say that it does sound like most of the danger and victim in this is himself. He's damaging himself. We've been here a few times, and I haven't heard him going around assaulting people or being belligerent, and he usually is rather cooperative with the police once they make contact with him. And none of these are necessarily good things, but I don't know that him serving another 45 days in jail would accomplish very much. So I would ask for time served and I guess see if he's willing to change. Thank you, Your Honor.
Ms. Carey?
Thank you. Clearly is not willing to change. This is his fourth disorderly drunk in the last year. In August of 24, he got 45 days. In November of 24, he got 90 days. In April of this year, he got 45 days. Doesn't matter to him. He's going to get out and continue to do what he has done. If you look at his history, these are not his only disorderly drunks. We are well familiar with him. He continues to do the same thing and doesn't get any help. He doesn't take any action to correct this. Nothing. I don't think probation will be fruitful. And frankly, it's concerning that he's down at that beach, which is heavily populated and heavily used during the summertime with families and young children acting in this manner. And I'm going to ask the court for to keep the pattern, frankly, and sentence him to 90 days. Thank you.
Mr. Maybe, you do have the right to address the court. I realize prior to sentencing, I realize you entered a no contest plea due to lack of memory, but is there anything you'd like me to know?
Yes, Your Honor. I basically had gotten out that day and just want to enjoy a summer day. If I want to go swimming, and I did. I did find when I got my shorts on, the button was broke on them, but I had in my mind to go swimming anyways, and that wasn't a good idea with the button on them. Or camouflage jeans or pants, shorts. I was in no state to get up off the ground and hold all that stuff at the same time. And I'm pretty sure I was embarrassed and went to the woods and got out of there. That is embarrassing. I don't want the cops called on me, so that's why I went and laid down and get away from the situation. And yeah, it's probably a good idea, not a good idea for me, to hang out at that beach, I guess. I do enjoy the lake. Yeah.
Anything else you'd like me to know?
No.
Mr. Maybe, when we were here last time, you and I had a very long discussion back and forth, and you expressed your desire not to get sober, that you prefer to continue drinking. Is that still the case?
I'm starting to question that now, but Not, yeah, I'm starting to question that now. I looked at my last year, I was pretty much the whole year in jail. And this isn't going very well for me. Question that.
In fact,
I kind of tell myself that, well, it's just been a bad luck, cancel culture type thing. And maybe it's my age, but I don't know that all of these charges I have been guilty of, so. I'm not, I don't know if I can quit, or I'm starting to question that. And I almost thought about going to rehab, but almost ain't doing it. I'd rather just finish the sentence, I guess.
on July 23rd, what time did you get released from jail?
5 o'clock,
In the morning?
yeah,
And by 1:30, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, you've drank in 2/3 of fifth of vodka?
it was my second pint. And the one pint, oh, I was just so happy to be free and nice summer day. And the second pint was where I got to where it's hard to remember. Blackout.
Did you have kids?
No, but I raised them.
So if you were in the situation that these parents were with their kids down to the playground, and a person who is working on their second pint of vodka comes through, falls in the lake, and exposes their bare buttocks, what would your reaction be?
Get them out of there, and I got.
Why should society have to put up with that? Why do people who are enjoying the lakefront and enjoying time with their children, why do you feel as though they have to sit there and watch you act the way you do?
Just trying to enjoy the lake like everybody else, and I have a drinking problem, I admit.
I don't see other people enjoying the lake with their bare butt exposed.
Well, that's,
I don't see other people completely naked in a blanket just off the park.
to quote Janet Jackson, wardrobe malfunction. I didn't intend, I didn't like.
Do you think the
my
2
button
pints of
was-
vodka might have had something to do with
Well,
that?
yeah, but my shorts, I was stubborn and wanted to go swimming anyways with my shorts being broke.
You've got the stubborn aspect, right? There's no question about that. You and I've seen you, I believe 3 times this year. I've seen you as a prosecuting official, and your record, well, because I have to consider your record for sentencing, let's go through that. In 06, there was a domestic violence. 06, a malicious destruction of personal property less than $200. In 15, a domestic violence. In 17, littering an object in the pathway of a vehicle. In 17, there was a malicious destruction of property less than 200. 19, a retail fraud third. 19, disorderly drunk. 23, attempted larceny less than 200. 24, malicious destruction less than 200. 24, disorderly drunk. 24, disorderly drunk. 25, disorderly drunk. 09, a disorderly person. 25, a trespass. 25, a disorderly drunk. By my count, there are 8 prior possessions of alcohol in violation of the city code. And then, as we've already discussed, you were just released from jail this day after having served the sentence, and you're right back at it again. I would love to put you on probation to get you the help you need, but it's clear you don't want the help that you need. And it's also clear to me that you're not going to be successful on probation. The first chance you get to drink, which I realize has got to be an awful thing, but the first chance you get, you are out, you consume almost 2 pints of vodka between your release from jail at 5 in the morning till 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You create quite the disturbance. I can't imagine what everybody at the lake, enjoying the lake, what they went through. I was at a concert the other day, and I'm not using this for sentencing purposes, but I'm just going to tell you an experience I had. I was at a concert at the lake the other day in which somebody, I don't know if they were intoxicated, if they were high or what, but they were down there, they were hooting and hollering, they were coming up to people in the park, they were confronting people in the park. It made everybody at that concert so uncomfortable. And at some point, the actions that you put people through, people are going to stop going to the lake, into the park, and to enjoy themselves because of what you expect them to put up with, because you can't control your behavior. The court has 90 days at its disposal, and I find that given the fact that you have been before this court for drunk cases in the past, including this year, the fact that you were just released from jail, I find that sentencing you to the full 90 days is reasonable and proportionate to the situation that brought you to jail. So accordingly, the court sentenced you to 90 days jail with 42 days credit. There is a $75 crime victims' rights fee and a $50 state minimum fee. The court will waive the remaining fines and costs. Mr. Maybe, get it together, is all I can say. Because at some point, you're going to find yourself where you're not dealing with 45 and 90-day misdemeanors. At some point, your drunkenness is going to get you to the felony level. So get it together.